Hi, everyone. Just wanted to pop on and just have a little chat about forgiveness because I think the last few weeks with the full moon and the new moon that we're just going through and all the planets that have been in retrograde, there's been a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on the earth, with all around the earth, a lot of stuff going on personally, quite a few challenges, a lot of people feeling a little bit victimized, a little bit attacked. A lot of people feeling that, they're not in their power. So perhaps there's been a little bit of judgment, a little bit of energy about that going around. And, if you're feeling some of that, it might be really important for you to really do a little bit of work with forgiveness. And of course, the first place you need to start is yourself. Because forgiveness really needs to start with you. It's about forgiving yourself. But let's go a little deeper and just let's look at what forgiveness is. Forgiveness means to forego, to give it over, or to let go. To let go your attachment to the story that you've created around whatever experience you're having, because we all create stories around whatever experience we're having. And what happens with that is we then tend to hold on to that. I know I do. And the longer we hold on to it, the more the experience or the reaction that we had stays with us. And sometimes it can be really yucky. It just creates this awful feeling within our being, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually on all levels. And that can feel very uncomfortable. And we tend to get caught up in it, and we get caught up in the drama, and then we get caught up in the chaos we create, in that energy. And it's so important to really make a choice to let it go. Not about saying perhaps that if someone's attacked you or someone's been nasty to you or hurt you in some way, that's okay. But it is for your own well-being to say, well, yeah, that was pretty yucky and that happened, but now it's time for me to move on and let it go. Now it's time for me to give it over to spirit, to source, to God, whatever you want to call it, and let it go so I don't have to keep carrying it, because it becomes such a burden on me to keep carrying that story. And then what we do, we keep telling it, we keep reliving it. It's never forgiven because it's never given over. It's never let go. So forgiveness doesn't mean to say that you have to accept what's happened. It means you're asked to let go of the story around it so it doesn't keep weighing you down. And you don't keep repeating it. Because so often we hold on to those stories and we just keep playing them out again and again and again. We talk about them, we play them out, we add more drama to them, we add more chaos to them. And while it's very good to honour what you've experienced and what you're learning from that experience, it doesn't serve you to keep holding on to a negative story in your life that just limits you and holds you back. So for your own well-being, for your own understanding of what's going on for you at this time, letting go the energy, the story of that experience is really, really important. And I understand that sometimes it's not easy to let it go. And the trauma of it comes up because it's reverberating through every cell of our being. And if there has been big trauma and the energy sitting in every cell of our being, I would suggest that you do some deep work on it by going into meditation, just going in, focusing, and just calling on your divine spirit and asking for the pure light of your spirit to flood through that energy in your being, to flood through your cells, the molecules of your being, and bring pure light to that energy, that consciousness. Ask for the consciousness of forgiveness, of letting go, to just flow through whatever it is that you're holding within you. And focus on where you're holding it. Because the longer you hold something, particularly in your physical body, the easier it is for it to turn into disease, imbalance. And you don't want that. So come into a place of forgiveness, coming into a place of letting go of the story, letting go the energy, the reaction around it, the response you had, letting it go, not holding it as your burden, as your drama, as your chaos, so that you can come into a place of peace about it. Now, that's not going to happen overnight. It may take a little time. It may take a little practice. It may take a little focus. So whenever you feel in a place where you can offer that focus, then sit and just do that. Just sit, close your eyes, go within, still your thoughts. Focus on the breath. The breath will always take you to your heart. And just call on your divine spirit. Just call on your divine spirit to come and bring its pure light to that consciousness that is sitting within you, wherever it may be sitting. It might be sitting in your emotions, in your thoughts, or in your physical body, wherever it's sitting. Ask your divine spirit to fill that consciousness that is holding on to old drama, old trauma, old stories, and give it over. Give it over to your divine spirit. Let go of the need to fix it. You can't change what has been. It's now in the past. The past is what it is. You can't create another outcome from the experience because you've already had the experience. But you can shift whatever consciousness that you created from that experience. You can shift whatever you're holding in attachment from that experience so that it doesn't limit you in life. Over the years, I've seen so many students holding on to the stories from childhood, stories from when they were growing up, stories of this, stories of that. And they talk about them, play them out, and it limits them. It limits them in life. It limits their well-being, their health, their emotional well-being, their mental well-being, because they're still holding on to that with great attachment. Often it's because they want it to change. They want it to be something else. And so they hold on to it in the hope that they can create something else from it. And I'm going to say to you, what's past is past. You can't create something else from it. It has been. But you can let go of what you're still carrying from it. Because that is the greatest gift you will give yourself, is to let go. Hand it over to Divine Spirit. Let Divine Spirit fill it with light. Let it go before it becomes disease on some level in your being. Forgive. Give it over. Let it go. That is what forgiveness is all about. Letting go. No longer holding what you do not need to hold. Sometimes it can be challenging. It's a choice. Sometimes you don't want to let it go. because you want another outcome. Let go of the need for another outcome. Let go of the need to be judge and jury. Simply let it go. Be free. Let go your burdens. Let go your drama. Let go your chaos. Let go your pain. Let go your need to blame. Because the only person you really hurt in all of this is yourself. Because this consciousness sits within you. And it can only limit you on an energetic level and affect you emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. So make a choice today to forgive. Hand it over. Let it go. Breathe deeply. Call to Divine Spirit. And ask the pure light of your spirit to fill whatever consciousness you hold that is limiting you, creating pain, suffering, resistance, negativity, and deep attachment to the past. I wish you well on this journey of forgiveness. Blessed be.